Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to game number 2. I am Leedy Man Smith, and joining me is Jason Kaplan for this one. It is going to be Ninjas in Pajamas up against Mousesports, and it will be on Mirage. Now, we just saw Mouse getting beaten by Dignitas 16-9. It was, they had a close few rounds. Won out a couple of ecos. I just saw the Dignitas guys saying, you know, it's kind of our trademark now to lose against an eco.
That's a bad trademark to have.
It's not a great trademark, that's for sure, but they win the pistols at least.
I mean, you know, Cloud9, at least, well, which I was on the team, it was TKing each other. God, I said I wouldn't say that anymore, and I did it again today. Even at the start of the show, I'm killing myself. But it looks like we're kicking this off.
Well, I mean, Freiburg was killing Alu the other day, so we'll see if it sticks to that one. Here we go, though. Game underway. No hanging around here. They literally got 10 in server and started instantly. So, ninth round was won by Mouse, which means NiP will be starting out this time on the T side. Actually, I think it was run by them. I didn't catch a glimpse because we just saw Mouse trying to pick. Maybe they just decided to change things up there. Tapping from long range. Alu pushing through into CT spawn. Gets a glimpse on one. Doesn't land the shots. Now he's going to get double teamed. But he gets one down. Doesn't get the second. And there's just 2 members of NiP remaining. Get right, the last man. The shot caller. The new shot caller for Ninjas in Pajamas. And he's pretty much in trouble because he just wasn't expecting Godbeat to come out of underpass. So Mousesports get themselves first round on the board.
Well, you pointed out Get Right being the new caller for NiP. And I was saying this to you yesterday, I think it was, about, you know, it's kind of an interesting move because you had Happy playing the shot caller for Envious, and he was kind of a lurker. You have Get Right now the shot caller for NiP, and he's a lurker. So it can really, I'm curious if it's going to call around how he wants to play or how he thinks the team should play. Well, and that nade is going to do so much damage. Oh my god, Exist down to 19 health, Freiburg at 46, now taken down by Chris J on the scout. And all on 75 HP, and Chris J is locking down middle.
Finding heads, doesn't get the third though. Forrest will get in, but Dennis is already in position to cover off in case they go for any boost. Next tries to get a peek on towards Forrest. You can see Dennis above, he just sprays down Alu. And just 2 members left remaining. It was a Tech-9 pistol play with the head armor as well, so NiP invested into this one. Forrest coming back out of underpass, and maybe they're going to try and creep that bomb around. They've got 58 seconds to play with, so plenty of time to get their way back there. But are they expecting, it looks like the way they're grouping up, they're expecting someone to be coming around from T-spawn.
Well, no one's going to be there, at least for them now. And they don't have much HP to work with. They do obviously want to get the bomb down, but 40 seconds to go. I want to say it's almost an impossible feat for them. And
yeah, the speed and time they've taken to get around here as well, that Mouse have got to realize that probably chances are they're rotating to a different site.
I agree with that, hands down. And 25 seconds to go. They have to pick it up a little bit here in just a few. As Spitty just jumping, just trying to spot them coming into sight. And all it takes is one good kill. I mean, Dennis is not even in window room, so if they can kill Spitty, they can technically get the bomb down.
I was
know
just
exactly where
say,
he is.
Spitty's been doing that for a good 30 seconds. Just how much is he actually really noticing what he looks at? Once you start doing it over and over, you start getting a little glazed over, not really watching what you do. Forrest, though, not going to find Nex. Nex will pick up one. Dennis the second. They got the plant down, though. And they also got themselves almost 3 kills. Very close.
And they'll be able to buy this round too. So I guess the slow play did work out for him, and Exist coming up pretty big. And you know, ever since Get Right's actually been calling, I don't know if he started yesterday or over the weekend.
It was sometime after Gfinity. They said once Gfinity had lost, once they'd lost that one, they had discussions there.
But when did he actually take over calling?
Yeah, I wonder if it, like you say, it was this weekend, because they've actually gone on a bit of a streak since then.
And Exist has been fragging like he hasn't done in a long time. That's what I'm curious about. Take the weight off his shoulders like they try to do with Fifth Laren calling, and Exist starts to perform better. We haven't seen that too much out of Pronax, funny enough, though, for Fnatic. With
the flip side is, though, do you then put the pressure on Get Right, and then suddenly he's not landing the shots. He was a full eco, by the way, from NiP. That spray could have been a lot worse, or a lot better, I should say.
Oh, they're actually saving this round. Okay, so they're not actually invested into this.
Get Right's found one. Freiburg's rescued the FAMAS. Get Right, if he goes for the full rotate, he could actually get the FAMAS. You can see Freiburg on the minimap's already heading off towards B site. So he's pulled everyone's attention. Now GodB and X are going to rotate. GodB trying to head up the top of mid. He's not going to catch Freiburg. Freiburg's already gone. Get Right's going to be the man that tries to distract. Can he get near a gun?
Oh, he's been hurt.
Yeah, I think they heard him drop there, didn't they? He's collected himself a FAMAS, though. but he's going to get caught out. Chris J just around the left-hand side of him with a scout trying to get that jumping headshot. Is going to find it. Wasn't a jump, mind you. Freiburg.
Is this a double fake?
Yeah, now he's coming through underpass. Oh, Nex is still there, though. Nex hasn't left the site. Nex is still at the top of connector. Now he's in jungle. Okay, he's going to sit in jungle. Nex is ready for this. He's covering it off. Freiburg's not going to stand a chance here. 13 hit points against Nex. 100 hit points, full head armor. And that will be Nex picking up the kill. So, didn't quite get the bomb plant down this time. 3-0 mousesports. Solid CT side start for them. And Chris J is going to stick with the scout, it looks like. He's going to stick it out. And it's going to be head armor AKs for NiP. We've seen Chris J doing this a number of times, sticking around, keeping a hold of that scout for potentially longer than he should do. Could afford an AWP, but you know, when you can land such great shots with this one, this rifle, why not?
Oh,
Nex.
wow.
Oh.
He picks up a double there. Great play out of him. Great little push. Freiburg does secure 2 himself, though, so he gets things out just a little bit as Alu trying to come quickly out of Palace. He's looking for Spit. He's going to be able to flash him out and force him to at least turn around. Exist is there to help pick up this frag, and he will fluff his shot. Spitty gets the better of him, and now the bomb finally makes its way over towards A with Freiburg. Alu, again, still in sight, trying to smoke things off, trying to allow them to get this bomb down, but it's going to be a very difficult feat for Freiburg to get there. He's got 2 kills under his belt so far. Flashes come in and the smokes to help out. He's being sprayed through the smoke, actually. And with the nade coming in, it's going to allow him to get this bomb down. He gets the nade kill, too. And Alu, he's come around behind. He's over towards window. And he might be able to catch out Gabi or Christian, or even both. They don't know Alu's here.
Yeah, he's gone unseen, so he's going to catch Gabi on stairs.
He's played it so smart.
He's going to let him go past. He's got
Oh, my Lord.
Oh, he didn't get the second. Oh, but it worked out nonetheless. Brilliant play. Alu gathering all the information and getting the NiP the first big important round on the board.
Well done by them. And you know, these 2 teams quite formidable on this map, funny enough. You know, we have NiP out of 28 times they played, they've won 17. But importantly for the mousesports side, they recently beat Envious on this map in the ESL ESEA Pro League. So they definitely have some good results under them. Obviously, Envious not at the kind of level that we expect them to be at so far. And then you have NiP on a 5-game win streak alone on Mirage. But they do pick up that very, very necessary round.
Are they going to push through the smoke here? I think they might. Do they realize they're up against
it's a counter flash. I think it's a counter flash for them to push out from Shadow.
Yeah, Chris J, you can see him holding it. Spitty checks the second the smoke clears, but he doesn't manage to get one down. Dennis in dark, going to pop out, doesn't find himself the frag. And now Chris J doesn't even get the kill either. And now NiP should easily secure themselves the bomb plant and the round. As, yeah, Mouse back away from this one. God being next with their armor. They're just going to hold on with those 5-7s. Don't want to lose it out. I'm not too sure Nex is going to be able to hold this one, though, because he's got a long time to stay here. And Get Right's on the rotate. Quite Right's coming in with a Galil.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to be able to save this. I would imagine he will at least get some decent damage in on the Get Right.
Will he check?
Yeah, it's Get Right. He'll check. Get Right checks everything. You know, Gabi's the last man alive. And actually, I have a question for you. I'm curious on your opinion about this. You talked about, you know, Get Right in-game leading.
Yeah.
What about the idea of having a 6th man that's in-game leading who's not playing? Like, you know, at events you have a coach behind them,
out there, yeah,
but who actually calls for you and takes that pressure off everyone on your team.
It's tricky because, especially as a coach, he's obviously stood behind them, and yeah, you will see a lot, but you don't see everything. Like you're not hearing. Well, actually,
you do hear.
Will you have game sound?
Yeah. Well, no.
No, you won't have game sound.
But no, but like holding strats for him.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, from TeamSpeak, but or whatever. What actually Mumble, I think the NiP use. Yeah, I know what you're saying, but it's a tricky one, and it's like how much would they listen to compared to game sense? Got be good spray down there. It's like you know what I mean though. Like when you're in game, someone calls something, you're just like, well, no, that's just wrong. Yeah, because you're feeling it in game. And then maybe not feeling, like but they're also good because they're completely an external entity,
and they see every PC.
Yeah.
I'm actually always curious about that, and I'm curious to see if we'll have a team eventually.
Effectively a football manager, basically.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was comparing it to. I mean, we'll see. I think that's definitely a possibility in the future as being something that they can do. But to get back to the game, it is 3-2. mousesports do have the lead currently. They do have this man advantage, and it looks like NiP are looking to push over towards towards... Hey, Dennis doesn't see Garrett right off to the left in the smoke, and Garrett's able to get in towards sight now with this Galil. And Spitty's only meant to defend towards Toba. He's going to actually spot out Garrett, who doesn't look at him, but he will finally be turned on as Alu does get revenge.
Well, old Godby's going to come around. He's going to catch out Alu. Now, Forrest is actually pretty low off in the distance there, and he had 4 hit points with that bomb and immediately backed away with the bomb. So he's going to allow Freiburg to get the rotate here. Forrest just hiding out in ramp. 30 seconds. They have to go for A side. They haven't got time to rotate to B, really. So he's got to wait for Freiburg to come, the cavalry. But Nex is going to catch him in the back end. Nex surely is. He's on short. He's not looking. He had to have seen Freiburg just at the end there pass on by. So he knows that somebody's in jungle. That's why Chris J is looking. Expecting Freiburg to come around the side there. Godby. Freiburg's going to get right up in his face. I don't think Godby's going to expect this one. Oh, but Freiburg fluffs his lines. Doesn't land the shot. Forrest did get the bomb down, though. So it's not all lost. That grenade's going to end it. Kobe straight on top of him. 40 hit points. 4 hit points, sorry.
I feel like it shouldn't be called Kobe, though.
It shouldn't be called Kobe.
It should be like an American football reference, because you're throwing something and they're catching it.
So well, like, I mean, technically it's like you're dunking it on them. That's why they're kind of going with...
I wonder who the first person that was that did that.
Kobe? I don't know. Probably, I would have hazard a guess, Sanders or Semler. It's probably Semler. In fact, Semler, yeah. It's got to be Semler, yeah.
I was thinking like, I don't know, some football quarterback. Either way, mousesports do pick up the round. Well done. Good hold by them, too.
From downtown has become a pretty popular one in League of Legends, especially for a couple of skills, but which kind of is the same reference, really, when you're slam dunking. But Alu going to go for the early peek. Didn't manage to find anything on Dennis.
It's an NBA Jam reference from downtown.
Well, I mean, it's not just NBA Jam. It's kind of NBA. It's just standard commentary, buddy. I know you like to give Space Jam all the credit you can.
No. NBA Jam. It was a game for the Super Nintendo, and it was like the best. It was like NFL Blitz.
But it's standard commentators they use.
Does anyone?
It's NBA commentators they're using.
I'll give you that.
Yes. See, I'm right. You're wrong. Ha ha! Dennis goes out on top in the duel as Get Right gets boosted in towards window.
Just gotta respect my elders, Demon.
That's exactly what you gotta do. Oh, I don't think he's expecting Forrest on short there. A surprise, actually. Nobody peeked to short there after they went for that boost. Forrest got himself the one. Freiburg's going to peek around. Exist waiting in Palace. Spitty is just to the left of him. Now, Mouse were very good at checking all the corners last time they played on the T sides, and he will get Exist down. Comes out the better of him. Alu not able to land that. The grenade should finish him off.
Sorry, I had to. And then now he's on fire, because there's fire. Chris J, he's not going to miss shots like that. Does help get the kill onto Alu. And he actually, in fact, did miss that shot.
He did miss that shot.
I
didn't want to put you
Number
out there,
one commentator.
I didn't want to put you on the spot there, but they are actually all 3 of them coming from CT spawn, and all of them through the smoke there. I don't think Forrest was expecting the push through the smoke after getting the first kill. 5-2, mousesports getting themselves ahead of steam here on the CT side after winning the pistol. NiP got themselves just those 2 rounds back-to-back, but since then have been unable to make a dent on mousesports. And of course, we see that it is going to be the pistols once again for NiP. Their economy slightly dented. Just armor for Get Right, nobody else. They're able to afford this one, so let's see if is he equalizing the money out there? What's he doing? Let's have a look. Yeah, he is. He's equalizing the money. I was saying that Forrest is on 4K, so who knows?
I think they want to afford ops. Chris J, oh my god. This guy really doesn't miss that often, and he's going to be smart and actually back away from this too. Just try to play it safe. They realize they're going to be on a save. No need to lose any guns in this round. Keep your economy stabilized.
They're waiting in connector. They're going to try and push on through connector. Chris J is ready and waiting there. He's got one off the side. Dennis is also watching, dead straight ahead of them. Just taking a quick peek to Palace. He's got to keep his eye on the ball here. God B, the second that smoke clears, if God B looks, he'll catch a glimpse of everyone up short. But Alu's about to challenge him. That's going to force him back. That's going to buy time for everybody else to go up connector. Alu was the man that challenged. Chris J, though, does not miss the shots, as you pointed out, and gets himself all 4 in that round. Only missing out 1, which God B got, which was Alu that challenged him over there.
All right, mousesports are off to a very strong start. So they just lost to Dignitas. They are performing pretty well. I mean, then again, NiP haven't had that many gun rounds to really work with, so you have to keep that in mind. But with the op in the hands of Chris J, if he can continue this pace, like we saw Cyber Focus and World Edit do yesterday against VI or Virtus Pro, you very well can swing the tides of this game.
That's just it. I mean, yesterday it was like 10 rounds almost back-to-back for Flipside, and then 11 rounds, barring just the one little blip for Virtus Pro. So it's certainly possible on CT side to build up a massive amount of rounds. That smoke actually not landing correctly. Spiddy had a little glimpse across it. Now we can see 4 members. They're all going to come around towards Chris J, who's not looking. They're all behind him right now. They're all pushing, and Alu finds him. That is the AWP down. If they can collect that, make their way through. B side is where they're going. Got beat and bench just around the back. They're going to get pressured. We saw World Edit going huge in this position yesterday. He will get the first, but he used a lot of bullets. He's got time for the reload. Doesn't know that Freiburg passed on by. He's going to be expecting it. He's going to try and flash himself out. Goes in towards there. Freiburg sprays down next and got beat. As got beat came out of kitchen. Dennis is going to hop on through. Finds himself Freiburg, but Get Right gets the cover shot. And now Spiddy, the last man on the rotate, coming all the way around through T-spawn.
He can catch Exist. Exist just came out of underpass. Is he going to have his cut out in time? Is he going to look? Is either of them going to look? And there we go. Spiddy now on a one-on-one against Get Right. He's got fire to work with. You guys Get Right actually by Van.
It's a simple defense for Get Right. This is
Spiddy's not going to check the
standard
spot.
defensive spot. Yeah, he's going to try and run into spot. He knows he hasn't really got time. Tries to fake out. And Get Right will take him.
Ooh, Nex actually tagged him up quite a bit.
Done quite a bit of damage to Spiddy in there somewhere. Well, that must have been a nade maybe. But 6-3, NiP get themselves another round on the board. They can afford, of course, to buy straight back into this one. More importantly, Chris J's AWP was taken out of his hands, and he can't afford to go. Oh, he has.
Yeah, he had 7K.
Yeah, he had 7K. Just about got himself in. Couldn't go head armor, but that's not a big deal. He's against AKs, so it wouldn't make too much of a difference anyway. Dennis is going to be the man that's going to get tested as he crosses on over. Forrest doesn't land the tag on him as they go in towards A ramp.
The thing is, last round, Chris J died from middle. Actually, Get Right's actually pushing down middle as you see Spiddy still sitting towards Shadow. Gabi, though, gets it better for him, and they get full mid control. They should know NiP are now back all towards A. Force, just slowly moving through the smoke. He's got Spiddy and Shadow. He's got Dennis off towards jungle. Spiddy's going to actually peek around the corner. He's not going to get the tag, though. And that'll be Freiburg picking him up, and Alu securing one for himself, too. This is the A site taken. Now Gabi, Nex, and Chris J all have to play for the retake. And Chris J's coming from behind them with an op.
Oh, and Exist is ready. Exist is already waiting for him. Chris J is going to come around this corner. The question is he going to hit him? Chris J comes out on top in a duel. Now Forrest is about to pop around. He's waiting on ramp for him. Chris J continues to come around. While this has happened, his teammate has died over on Eld's A site. That's Alu going down. Goppy just getting those little pincer moves. They need to just keep him out of there. Next will get the kill, and that will be the defuse. 7-3, round for round, back and forward. Chris J's AWP has been recovered by Goppy.
And they're not letting NiP really get any momentum. If you look at the scoreboard really quickly, you can see 3 wins straight for mousesports, 2 for NiP, 3 wins straight for mousesports, 1 win for NiP, and back to win again for mousesports. Like this economy, or the economy game that they're playing, is really hindering NiP to string these rounds back to back and be able to buy up back to back. And this should ideally be their 8th round in their pockets. NiP, I mean, again, I don't know if this is Get Right's first game calling, or if it's mousesports just finally warmed up and feeling comfortable on this map and not feeling comfortable on overpass. But they are doing, honestly, a fantastic job in this game.
It's a pistol stack, and it's going to be Bean. Now, Nex is the only one on Bean. He's actually in short at the moment, so they're not looking. If they'd have gone for that fast play, pushed through, they could have gone in towards B site unhindered, even though it's obviously only with pistols. But
they could, and then mousesports also had 3 people in middle to back him up. So like he might go down, they might lose a gun, but they can rush 2 men back towards short, 1 man back towards kitchen really quickly. But since they took so long, they're able to get a 2nd man there, Dennis, to help. They got Spiddy pushed up middle to actually watch them hit that area if they want. And Chris J is watching towards underpass, and they're going to be walking straight into a trap.
Exist is tucked in there. As soon as he shows, Spiddy will find. Ooh, Chris J missed one. Pulls his knife out in disgust.
Ooh,
Dennis
Spiddy
actually from short, though, is straight up behind him. Spiddy checking. Exist just around the side. Will get taken down, of course, by Spiddy. He gets himself a 2nd. And it's just Get Right with a bomb, trying to beat the distraction. But Nex will find him. Nex not getting distracted. 8-3 for mousesports. They're collecting the rounds. It's a good start for them, no doubt about it. NiP certainly can collect a lot more over on the CT side themselves, but they could do with a few more here. I would like at least 5, I think, for NiP if they want to try and get some sort of charge on CT side.
You know what's really dangerous about this, too, that I just kind of like thought of in my head? So they switched their callers, NiP.
Yep.
NiP already have 11 games under their belt. They're already halfway through the season. Is this really the appropriate time to do that when you're still just sitting in 4th place at 6-5, and even before that you were down at the bottom of the table?
As much as I'd like to think that our league is the be-all and end-all. I think they've probably got more important things in mind, maybe looking down the line to maybe, I don't know, maybe even Cologne, who knows. Looking towards ESL 1, maybe even just DreamHack, obviously just around the corner in June. So obviously looking towards these tournaments, and maybe that's where the real testing ground is. This is the warm-up, or the training ground, effectively, for Get right now to get himself in. Out. Clearly, I mean, it's obviously a fantastic player, and he has in-game lead before, but everybody knows it's not an easy task, and not anyone really wants, because you can tell by the amount of times people keep switching in teams.
Well, into this round, we do have NiP. 3 men in middle, 2 men over towards A. And Christian just being completely smoked out, consistently smoked out in this round. I think NiP are really respecting his AWP finally in this game. And actually coming through connector, the smoke, it will be dissipated, I think, momentarily. And they have 3 men there to push through this. There's Dennis, and actually Dennis is the only man to really waiting to receive this. And let's see if he can do anything. GetRight does take him down. Now Christian and Window going to be able to get the better of GetRight. Well, not really able to take anyone else out. Nice. And Alu, what a shot of him from Palace. Spitty trying to respawn. And NiP just cleaning them up one by one. Really nice shot there from Alu. Knowing the position, just lands the headshot straight away. Now, Nex is the only man standing. And a 1-on-4. We've seen crazy plays on Mirage, but this time around, Nex is happy to just sit with his gun and try and catch some exits. I think he wants to try to get that up.
Forrest is coming his way. Did he just get spotted there? Did he just get spotted? Freiberg's going to come around the back of him.
He has to face someone to escape this.
Yep.
He's got to face another man. Freiberg will be coming from short, and he's not even looking that direction. Yeah. So NiP get back on the board within the round.
8-4. NiP back in, like you say. If they can get a 5th, they'll be happy. And that's... Well, mousesports can afford to buy back up on this one. So just about. Economies have been a little bit in tatters this time around. And like you said, game rounds, I should say, going back and forth. So it's going to be 4 men, 3 men going off towards mid. Okay, GetRight's going to be the sole man going underpass. Freiberg getting ready to peek. Chris J not with the AWP this time, just with the M4. And Godby actually, if he goes aggressive, he's going to be running headlong into the Forrest and Freiberg combo. Alu's over in Palace, and Exist actually was there, but he's backing into ramp. Spiddy's gone quite aggressive in ramp, so Spiddy's actually on an information gathering. He's pushed all the way down ramp. So he knows that A site is at the moment pretty clear.
Oh, look at Exist, though. He's going to be coming around on the corner. Spitty, will he continue to hold this angle, or will he back away?
Exist is going to go up high.
This is going to be a big kill, too.
Spitty's backed off. Spitty's backed away.
The timings.
Yeah.
Just ridiculous. And Freiberg and Forrest still just holding.
Exist is going for the window smoke now. I think he's just tossed out the window smoke. Here it comes. It's going to smoke out Chris Che. They're going to push straight down mid. That's going to buy time for Forrest and Freiberg to get around. GetRight's coming underpass as well. They're all coming towards God B, who is sat there in connector.
That counter smoke in connector was phenomenal, actually, out of him to really buy a lot of time. As you see now, Chris J can be pushing up to help out. And they realize this is the avenue that NiP plan to hit this site. If they can get through connector. And Spitty going to lose on Alu. A nice little crouch coming in. But the bomb is in middle, 25 seconds to go. They have to go quickly. The flash perfectly. Actually, it's a decoy trying to fake it with them. And he ends up picking up 1 kill, but GetRight finally able to clean that up. Now Dennis, the last man on site to defend this. He's got to hold on, but he gets taken down by GetRight from connector again. And now Nex trying to help out from short. The bomb will get planted. Now he's in a 1-on-2 situation. He has only a flash to work with. And he now knows there's 1 man off towards CT. Exists, though. Trying to play ninja spot. And ideally, this should be a round for NiP.
This is like, yeah, like you say, it's perfect split for NiP yet. Whichever way Nex goes, he's going to face 1 and get 1 in the back. GetRight already running, drawing him around, trying to run him the distance. Time is running out. Nex going for the knife. Switches back to the M4. Did find GetRight. Will recover an AK, but that's all he's going to get from this one. Unless Exist finds him on the cross. Exist will find him on the cross any second now. No, Nex comes out on top and hangs on to that AK. And that's going to be vital because they've got no money, I think, coming into this round. That will be 8-5. Yeah, they're really going to struggle. So that was a vital shot for Nex there to try and keep anything for mousesports.
And NiP are finally able to string some rounds together, most importantly. Able to get 2 straight, looking for potentially a 3rd. And well, with mousesports not really having that many guns, in fact, just 1, ideally should be able to secure this. But let's see what happens. NiP going for, it looks like a little bit of a quick push towards A, potentially. Or at least more of a set hit onto A with these smokes. And this is going to be tough to hold for mousesports, but because of the smokes coming in, they're going to have a little bit more of a close quarter combat. If they can hit their initial shots, they very well could pull this off.
Well, Dennis didn't work out for him. Spiddy's going to sit in dark. He's getting tagged up. They know he's here. He's getting flashed out and pushed. He's going to try and just go aggressive, but it doesn't work out for him. NiP in sight, gun down all 3 defenders. Gold B over in jungle, and Next coming from CT spawn. Next with the AK. Could he be the difference? No. Got 1 down, but that was all. And now Gold B with the P250 should get taken down with ease by Exist here. So 8-6. It was looking so good at 8-2 for mousesports, but now with a couple more rounds under the belt for NiP, it's suddenly looking like a much stronger T-side performance, and you've got to assume they could lock it down on the CT. mousesports, can they close this one out? They've invested what they can, get everything. M4's not a full assortment of smokes and flashes, but it may just be enough to hold them off.
This is going to be tough. The flashes and smokes have been one thing they've been really counted on. Like we saw before in the connector, smoking off the lower part, so they can actually cut off NiP so they can't push in towards the A site. It's definitely been the bread and butter for how they've been playing this. But NiP, you know, they have the money, and yet they're not investing into the op. They're allowing Alu to just play with an AK only.
Alu just about to smoke off window once again, allowing Forrest and Freiberg to come through. But is it a distraction this time? Didn't throw out the smoke. He was lined up for it, but something's happened, something's called for a change. And they're all creeping back in towards A side, so it may even be an A set play this time around.
And they do have 4 Molotovs to back this up with, too. They got Dennis off towards stairs. They got Spitty back towards Toll Booth. And Chris J on the quick rotate. No one else on mousesports is actually gathering any information. Not pushing B at all. They're not pushing out towards A to spot anything out. And here we go. All the set smokes raining in.
Late smoke on Alu in Palace there. But they're still going to go for it. They're going to push the smokes out. Smokes and flashes from NiP. There's only 39 seconds on the clock. So Mouse have delayed as long as they could. Is Chris J going to push on through the smoke? He may catch them out here. He's going to sneak into Sandwich. He's going to push straight through to Tetris, but he's burning down there. Get Right manages to find him. Dennis looking for anything through the smoke. There's just a gigantic wall. He can't see a thing. Forrest and Freiberg just off to the left-hand side of him, but he's unable to see them through so much smoke. Forrest will find one. Alu is keeping a hold of God B, who's on stairs. Spitty comes around, he sees one, gets Freiberg down, looks towards Tetris, doesn't manage to get Forrest, tries to switch to the USP, can't get hold of him though. It's just time ticking, the bomb is down, and Ninjas in Pajamas will take it 8-7. Well, mousesports technically will take it, but you got to feel that NiP really did a great job of getting themselves back in that one, because they were already at, I think it was 8-3 at one point, and they pulled it all the way back to 8-7. Now moving on to the CT side, it's definitely the stronger side on Mirage. It was a great comeback for them.
Yeah, it's really rough too, because if you think about how that round could have gone if we had mousesports with more utility, more flashes, more counter smokes, even some nades or Molotovs to come in. Because, you know, Spitty only had 1 flash to throw, and I think he threw a little bit early on, but they had nothing else to back up the push with, or to stop the push from coming in. And if they would have had those, it could have been a little bit of a different story. But again, the story's all about mousesports letting that lead slip. They had a fantastic first half until the point NiP just finally, you know, got a hold of what they needed to do and closed off multiple rounds in a row.
So Ninjas in Pajamas are in a good position here to take another win. They've put themselves the rounds on the T side. Now they just need to close it out. They kind of got devastated in the pistol round in the first half, though. Let's see if they can get something from this one, because obviously the pistol round is quite a big important thing, especially on the CT side, to get yourself the rounds momentum going there. They're just waiting for the players to sort themselves out. They're just having a little warm-up, a little play. Chris J and mousesports are all inactive at the moment, so clearly discussing how they're going to go about this one. How the hell are they going to pick up so many rounds? 9 rounds required over on the T side.
It's going to be tough. It is definitely going to be tough for them. I'm actually curious why Alu decided not to really opt on the T side. I mean, they've done that before, like on Inferno in particular, but they did it because of like the smokes. Maybe it's because they wanted to play more of a fast and loose kind of style. They didn't have Alu pick middle. You know, they constantly would smoke off the middle window to stop Chris J time and time again. And Alu pretty much just sat inside Palace every time, if I'm not mistaken. Just watch the push.
Yeah, he was in Palace. It was either him or Exist were going in Palace pretty much every round. Was actually the lurk. It's like Get Right wasn't playing the lurk. It was Alu that was playing it. So maybe that's an adjustment they made with the in-game leader. We'll see. Obviously, we can't tell on the CT side. They're going to be playing Penta next on Train as well. So we'll keep our eye on that one. See how it works
on the Penta game or on Alu roaming, because we saw Penta yesterday and
well, you never know. You never know. It was cobblestone. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Who knows?
It was 16-2, though.
I know. It wasn't pretty.
All right, looks pistol rounds kicking off.
4 kills in 5 rounds.
Oh,
that said it all.
Don't
Anyway,
remind me.
let's not go back to that horror story. Let's continue on this because it's a great game. mousesports leading 8-7. Now we are into the second half on the pistols. NiP now on the defense. And a good position, honestly, with 7 rounds on the board on T. They're going to be happy with that. As Mouse try and challenge them on short and connector.
They all got middle, but they're not doing anything with it. They're finally actually boosted inside a window. They're pushing up one man towards short, too. They're finally gaining some sort of control. But credit to Alu to stop them in window, credit to Exist to stop them from pushing into connector.
They're low on health. Oh, well, as I say that, where did Forrest come from? He just came running through them. I think he came through... Did he come through kitchen? Did he go? I didn't see where he piled through.
Kitchen. But mousesports, I really question that pistol round. Like they all got middle. They got full control middle. It's like, great, you have that. But what do you have off the back of that? And they were just constantly getting picked off, attacked from multiple angles. They boosted one man to window, like I was saying. They had one man potentially going up short, but he ended up not doing that. I think that was Dennis. It just seemed like they didn't really have a strat plan.
Hello. Where are they going? Okay, sorry. They just sent 2 into window. I thought they were 4-man stacking out B side and reading Mouse perfectly because we can see on the map that Mouse are going there with the Tech 9s. Get right, has got a P90, so he's in a perfect position to accept the entire mousesports team collectively into his arms. That grenade.
Ooh.
Oh, it did land on Nex and Dennis. Didn't do too much. They have got head armor on.
They call this man the king of the spray for a reason.
They're not going to expect him this close. I don't think they're going to expect him this close.
Let's see, are they going to flash to help out for this? No flash coming forward. About a lot of time, and this could be clean up for him. Picking up quite a few kills. There it is, number 3. All headshots.
Where did... Oh, Forrest came up behind them. I think Forrest
No. Forrest was actually by Van. And he threw in that nade and distracted with the Famous. So they wouldn't assume Get Right was there. That's why he could play that position.
Took my eye off that one. I was just thinking, how did Forrest pick up 2 kills? So I was looking at the map and say, where was he? Well, 9-8. NiP did get the pistol. They did get the second round. Everything's secure. They should get themselves the third as well, which will take it to 10-8 unless barring any miracles. That nade is going to do some serious damage. Dennis was chunked down on that one. Alu just tapping away with this SMG from Rage. And Exist joins in with the FAMAS. And suddenly they have all the money. Chris J, in an impossible situation, will get taken down. Exist gets the third of the round. Now 10-8 is the score. And NiP looking to try and stretch the lead. Here we go. First buy-up round, though, for mousesports. Chris J, what are you going to go? Is he going to go for a scout? Is sitting waiting? Is he going to save?
I think no, he's not going to save. I think it just depends on...
Yeah, it's going to be an AK. I was going to say, it's got to be an AK.
I would surprise if he did go scout, but it's just kind of like, well, what will he be up against middle? Probably not an op just yet. No reason to invest that early. This is a quick little boost out into CPL for Alu. Trying to get some control of underpass / short, and Gabi actually with the man to head up that direction. The rest of Mouse, though, they do have 3 smokes, 4 smokes actually, so they could go for the push towards A, and that's exactly what they're going to be set up for. Smoke off short, smoke off window, head up through connector with 3 people like we saw NiP do, and then hopefully hit that CT smoke to allow the rest of the team to get there. But that molly will slow them down quite a bit.
Alu's going to find Chris J. That was over on the side, just at top of short. Exist will get himself one down connector, Get Right all the way around the back of them. The last 2 are over on ramp, and that's easy cleanup duty for NiP. They made that look simple. Considering they kept hold of the FAMASs and SMGs, you know, they went for that risk. They've just collected, they just upgraded to the AKs for free. They are now all sitting on a massive amount of money. Massive, massive stuff.
So 10K for Alu, and he's not even invested into op because he realized that they can't have one. They don't have the money for it. This should be round number 12 for NiP, and mousesports. They seem to be playing it really fast and loose. Like NiP took it really slow for most of the rounds, and mousesports has been let's attack.
He's going to run straight into them. Oh, didn't work out though. The nade. Oh, that will do some work. Oh, good lord, they're just going to cut them down here. Tech 9 armor, regardless, is not going to do a great deal. Alu's going to pop around the side. He goes on cleanup duty, and Speedy the last man. Fast round. NiP 12-8.
I've never seen that P2K skin. P2K silver. Fancy. All right, sorry. Little things.
Was it one of the new Chrome 2Ks?
No, it's like a light blue quality.
Yeah.
That's what you get from like one of the missions. All right. Well, anyways, chrisJ picking up the op, no head armor, but let's see if he can do anything with this. I think that's going to be all about him opening up some of these sites, and he's not going to have anyone to really contest up against with an op. And Alu's still not sitting on his. Alu getting really aggressive. Oh, he's going to catch chrisJ off guard, but chrisJ is waiting for him. And that's exactly what they needed to potentially hit the safe site.
Two more people in Palace. Forrest and Freiberg about to challenge him.
Looked away at the wrong time.
Timing, man. Timing is everything sometimes. Everything sometimes? That doesn't make sense. Next is going to come around, though. I don't think they were expecting a second because they'd already cleared chrisJ out of Palace. And now they're going to push up ramp. Nice. Next gets himself a second in there. And a third. He's racking them up. Get right, the only man standing. Godby's going to catch him in the back. He didn't expect Godby to be there. He's just running up. He's in connector. Next gets himself a fourth of the round and goes big. And that's what they need. They need players like Next to start stepping up for them because they are in a dangerous situation right now at 12-9.
And you can see Next. Look at that, 22 kills. Next closest is 15 for chrisJ. Really having, again, a strong game. That's just the story of Next on T side. He's a very strong player, a very strong entry fragger. And compete definitely with the best over here in Europe. But Alu now finally upgraded to the AWP. chrisJ won't have one, unfortunately. Not able to rescue that for himself. Or his teammates weren't able to rescue that for him this game, this round. And mousesports doing a quick push towards B, actually, even with the bomb.
Yeah, the problem, obviously, for mousesports is the fact that NiP did pretty much all was sat on 10k, so they could all afford to go straight back and buy in this one. That's what we're seeing Alu with the AWP, although sitting in a somewhat unorthodox position, considering Mouse's position. Well, of course, we can see them on the map, but if they were all to come around that corner, they would certainly catch Alu by surprise.
That's why Exist is there to help protect his back. But again, Exist can be overrun really easily too. They don't have a man in underpass, so they're going to push in.
Godby's around the corner.
Do they boost him up?
Alu finds one. It's Godby going to challenge. chrisJ's like, I want this. I'm fancy that. I can see an AWP. He's running around top of mid, but we see Alu and Exist have already backed off, expecting the A-ramp play, but they're still there. They've still come down mid. chrisJ is about to come around the corner. Exist got himself just tucked around the corner. Alu holding the angle. Will get himself a second. That's chrisJ down. Can he get the third as they push on round? Will manage to get himself the third and the fourth. Alu going huge here. Can he make the ace? It is Spitty and he's on the ramp. Alu's looking in the exact right place at the right time. Spitty slowing things down, as you would expect, though. He's like, I want to kind of hold on to this gun. 16 seconds remaining. Is he going to just stick it? Is he going to hold? Freiberg's going to push his position. Spitty's going to find him now. Alu is looking. Alu is ready. He wants this ace. Spitty, will he hold on? 2 seconds left. Oh, that was his chance. Flicked on past. It's a 4K for Alu nonetheless.
Garrett's from behind him, though. And Garrett will get the kill.
Yeah, get right.
No money, no gun.
Oh, man. That is a kick in the ball sack, definitely, for them. NiP 13-9 up.
Where?
Gonna make it 14-9. There's a hacky sack, I believe.
Oh, I used to play that actually a lot in like middle school.
Yeah, absolutely. Big round there though for Alu.
Yeah, 4 kills. Fantastic job of him. And you can see, like, because of the way they were playing middle, it's a save round, so I feel like we could talk over this. Because the way they were playing middle with 2 people that Exist and Alu there, Forrest and GetRight just they watched drop down. They were watching B halls the entire time and didn't have to worry about short, and allowed them to double up on that to make sure to gain full control. Round number 14 on the board for NiP, clean round. Not able to rescue the op for Alu, but again, he's got 15k. He can buy one up himself. And mousesports, they need to crack middle. Like that's typically the area you need to control on both sides to have favorable rounds. And unfortunately, mousesports just can't get past this op that Alu has.
Yeah, mousesports just got themselves the 1 round so far on T side. That smoke going to help out Godby, who's going to try and be the man that gets up connector. It's going to creep around through short. Forrest, though, is covering his angle. Here's the rest of Mouse. They're going to try and push on through, but Freiberg's up close and personal. Not going to be able to get Spitty, though, with the Tech 9, but Exist on stairs will cover him off.
What a shot!
Takes off chrisJ and Next head there as he just tries to push into Sandwich. He knows there's another belief in Exist is going to get... No! Spitty came out on top. I don't know how. Godby's still in connector. GetRight's in a good position to catch them both here. He's got support from Alu over on... Well, Alu not
Touchdown!
Alu tosses the nade in. Didn't really need required. Well, now match point for NiP. This is what we're talking about. The fact that NiP got themselves them 7 rounds on the T side. mousesports unable to make any headway on the T side so far. And NiP's defense has just been too strong. Look at the money. Get right, 14k, Alu 10k. Everybody stacked up. NiP looking solid in this game. And this is going to be their 7th victory, I believe, in the ESL ESEA Pro League.
This could be their 5th in a row.
So, yeah, the 5th in a row. And that will actually take them joint top with Fnatic at 21 points.
It will. Currently 6-5 and...
It's not over yet. Alu's pretty low. Godby, is he expecting Forest just above him? That smoke's going to help him out. I'll give his position away. Godby's going to creep in, but Alu has his scope ready. He's got 2 angles to cover off. But now Alu's actually on his own over on A side. Nex is going to push on through. Nex comes out of Palace there. Spiddy pushes out as well. Alu goes down. They're on site. They're going to get the plant in. It's down to Forest and Get Right to clear out.
And they got the AK and the M4 to do this. Next, though, has it off in his hands. Not going to give it over to Chris J as he has the scout. Trying to play for the retake. They do have a smoke and flash to work with. They have kits. But they need to get this kill onto Next. They're just waiting. Gets a leg shot, but Geralt gets the better of him. Now it's a 2-on-2. Chris J still has the scout. Spitty over towards A-Right. And Forrest will fall to Spitty. Now, Geralt with 15 HP. This is going to be almost an impossible task for him. And he's spotted out by the man towards Tetris. And they're just playing the time. He's got to stick the defuse if he wants to even get it. No, do not let him. There they go. I think he didn't want to get knifed, so he hopped off the bomb. But it's going to force them both to lose their guns. Or at least Chris J, not Spitty.
Spitty held onto the AWP. That's the main thing. That was the big part for them. So, mousesports hold on for now. But as we pointed out, NiP with all the cash in the world can just buy themselves right back into this one. Existor's going to get gifted a rifle. And there's the M4 popping into play. So 15-10. Next with a Mac 10. Okay.
What does he have to lose? Buy up anything you got?
Yeah.
He's got nades, got armor.
He's got the bomb. Godby's going to be the one that challenges on towards Alu. Alu not looking at the moment. They're checking towards underpass. Forrest was the one covering him off on short. 3-man stack towards Get Right here. It's going to be Chris J trying to open things up. That smoke is going to push on through it. Oh, so close. So close, can't quite see. Does manage to find it. Get Right down. Forrest is going to move into action. Forrest just covering off the side. I don't think Chris J caught a glimpse of him. And there is Forrest. He manages to find one. Gets a second round the side. They drop back on towards him. He doesn't make it a third. That's Next with a Mac 10. Aluno pushed through Kitchens. Caught a glimpse off the side. Freiburg's coming in support. Alu going to get caught out. Knows that Next is there now with that Mac 10. He's going to try and push his position, but look at this. Exist covering off the angle. Freiburg on the creep around the back as well. He's going to get around the back of Godby. Next tries to use the nade. Godby's not expecting Freiburg to come. And that will be game for Ninjas in Pajamas.
Spitty's still alive. Alu on 1 HP. Freiburg on 100. Spitty's going to be coming up towards short.
How did I miss that, man? Don't know.
Because it was the Mac 10. The nuclear garden was just...
I was drawn to the nuclear garden.
It is possible to come back for this. Alu, though, he's going to have the first peek over towards short, but he's not even looking this direction. He's going to be able to get in, but we'll expect Freiburg over towards...
Spitty's going to be looking over towards Kitchen.
He's got 10 seconds on the clock to get the bomb down. This is... He's got to go fast. It
takes 4 seconds to plant. He's got to go now. Alu will close things out. There we go. There's the game, ladies and gentlemen. That's what I was expecting. 16-10 the score. NiP pick themselves another win and go joint top of the table with Fnatic. However, Fnatic have only played 8 games and NiP have played now 12.
And we'll be going to a 13th in the match a little bit on. NiP looked pretty good. You know, it wasn't necessarily like a hard match for him. It really didn't seem like a hard-fought match. It was just kind of like, well, when one team won the round, it was like them having 3-4 people alive. When the other team won the round, it's like they had 3-4 people alive. It wasn't like down to a lot of 1v1s or anything like that.
No, it was pretty straightforward stuff.
Yeah, pretty straightforward. And NiP now go on a 6-game win streak on Mirage, which is very important for them.
Yep.
But now they're going to be going up against Penta on Train. First time I've cast a Train, this is going to be.
NiP haven't actually got a great record on Train, ironically, despite the fact they love the map and it was one of their favorites. They were really upset when it came out the map pull.
3-1 on it. NiP.
1-3, you mean?
3-1.
3-1?
Yep, 3-1. Beat Flipside.
They lost the Virtus Pro
on Sunday.
I'm pretty sure they lost their Hellraisers on it.
I mean, it's your database that I was using off of, so.
Going to check this one in the break. We'll be back in a few moments, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be NiP versus Penta, and it'll be on Train.